Ohio gozaimasu, konnichiwa, konbanwa, everyone, wherever you are at in the world. Welcome to Last Drafts Baseball's rewind of a Nippon professional baseball game. This game here was played on Sunday, November 7th, 2021, and we are providing English commentary to that game on demand. Hopefully, some of our English-speaking audiences can enjoy the game and the call along with us. Today's game features the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles against the Chiba Lotte Marines. The commentary and views are our opinions and are not affiliated with Major League Baseball, the MLBPA, the NPB Players Association. And we are providing live reports on the game. Well, not tonight. We are going to be doing the rewind so English-speaking audiences can enjoy the game on YouTube and Twitch along with us. So stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with this game on demand. We're glad you are with us.
Hello, kids. Steve coming at you. It's Steve Rademacher. And if you like interesting stuff, if you like to laugh a little bit, and if you enjoy collecting, this channel's for you. If you like non-sport cards, we have them. You like pseudo-sport cards, we open them. Even if you like entire boxes of completely pointless stuff or other sports, we have everything here. I drop a different video every day, and there's always a theme to it, from No Filter Friday to Saturday morning cartoons, even Sunday shoutouts. Once in a while, we'll get a little froggy and show Money Monday, where I showcase a bunch of my currency. We have Legos, we have Star Wars, we have a good time. We even have my brother on Takeover Tuesday. Be there or be square. Back to Freddy.
Thanks again, Steve. We appreciate you and your support of the channel. Be sure to check out Steve Rademacher and give him our support as well. Tonight, we're going to bring you the starting lineups for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. Leading off and playing shortstop, wearing number 34 is Yamazaki Tsuyoshi Yamazaki. Batting second and in right field, wearing number 27 is Takeru Okajima. Batting third and playing second base, wearing number 3 is Hideo Asamura. In the cleanup spot and in left field, wearing number 35 is Hiroki Shimochi. Batting fifth and doing the designated hitting, wearing number 33 is Jinji Akamari. Batting fifth and playing third base, wearing number 5 is Igoro Moji. Batting seventh and playing first base, wearing number 7 is Daichi Suzuki. Batting eighth and in center field, wearing number 8 is Ryosuke Tatsumi. And batting ninth and doing the catching is Jinjiro Sumetani. And they are going to be facing Kazuya Ojima, who takes to the hill tonight for the Chiba Lotte Marines in Game 2 of this playoff series. And now the starting lineup for the home team for the Chiba Lotte Marines. Leading off and playing in left field, wearing number 0 is Takashi Ojino. Batting second and doing the designated hitting is number 79, Leonis Martin. Batting third and playing second base, wearing number 8 is Shogo Nakamura. In the cleanup spot and playing first base, wearing number 54 is Brandon Laird. Batting fifth and playing shortstop, wearing number 55 is Edney Hechavarria. Batting sixth in right field, wearing number 51 is Koki Yamaguchi. Batting seventh and in center field, wearing number 25 is Hiromi Oka. Batting eighth and playing third base, wearing number 4 is Yudai Fujioka. And batting ninth and doing the catching, wearing number 66 is Takuma Kato. And they're going to be facing Takayuki Kishi, who takes to the mound to face the Chiba Lotte Marines in his first start of the playoffs for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. So stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with all the call for you after this from our friend Steve Rademacher.
Domo arigato. Sorry if I mispronounced that. I'm new at this. Thank you for watching Last Drafts Baseball. Tell all your friends and family to come check him out, ask some questions during the telecast, and give him a good sub and a thumbs up. And this is Steve coming back at you, and some new things on my channel. Star Wars figures that everybody likes. We have Mad magazines from the 1970s. We try to avoid the Noid. And for your pleasure, once in a while, we can open up Michael Jackson if you want the cards. We have Elvis. We have Sadahar O. We love everything that is everything, so we even have the Beatles fighting with lightsabers. Look at that, John and George. Once in a while, we'll even have my brother take over my channel on a Tuesday. So once again, everybody tell your friends, come see Freddie at Last Raps Baseball. And right now, I'm going to kick it right back to you, Freddie.
Welcome back, everybody. Kazuya Ojima is taking to the hill to begin his warm-up tosses, and we're about ready to get this one underway in just a couple moments. On the season, Ojima is the left-handed pitcher. He had 24 starts this year. He had a 10-4 record. He had 3 complete games. He worked 146 innings, and he allowed 123 hits. He also struck out 92 batters this season, and he posted a 3.76 earned run average. This is the 3rd complete season that he has finished in the NPB. He is a 25-year-old left-hander who was taken in the 2018 draft as he attended a university in Japan. And we're ready to get this one underway as he has completed his warm-up tosses. He's going to be facing the top of the order. That's going to be Tsuyoshi Yamazaki, Takiro Okajima, and Hideo Asamura. Last night, Yamazaki went 1 for 5 in the leadoff spot. He gets the nod today at shortstop. It is an overcast afternoon in Chiba. Yesterday was a beautiful sunshiny day to begin the ball game. Today they are fighting some clouds in the area, and so we're ready to get this one underway. Left-hander against the left-hander. And here comes the first pitch of the ball game. And Ojima kicks and delivers. It is a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Ojima back to work. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep center field, moving back onto the warning track, but it's over his head, and off the wall is the center fielder Oka. And Yamazaki is going to get things going with a leadoff double here in the top of the 1st inning. That's the way the ball game starts. A leadoff double for Yamazaki on the 2nd pitch that he sees. That pitch was a fastball that was left right out over the plate. It was belt high, middle away. He drove the ball right over the center fielder's head. It got up against the wall, and it actually ended up getting, the way it skipped back over the center fielder, who had to play it and get it back into the infield. So that's going to bring up the right fielder, Takiro Okajima. Okajima last night was 2 for 4 in the first game of the series, and he has come up to the plate, and he's already squaring to bunt. And Okajima does the inside move, and getting back safely to second base is the base runner Yamazaki. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball, and that's bunted foul. And the count is quickly 0-1 to Takiro Okajima. Okajima had 2 hits last night in the ball game, and he got things going. He had both of his hits were doubles. He also had a walk. He was on base 3 times last night, and that was sandwiched all between 2 strikeouts. So here comes the 0-1 pitch. He's already squared to bunt. Okajima kicks and delivers. It is bunted foul right into the feet of Okajima. So we have Ojima versus Okajima. And the count is now 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Always curious to see if they're going to keep the bunt on here until he gets 3 strikes. He's got a job to do, and that's to move the runner over to third. So here comes the 0-2 pitch. And this time Okajima swings, and he taps it slowly back to the pitcher. It is fielded by Ojima. He fires to first. And that is going to retire Takira Okajima for the first out of the inning. That goes down as a ground out, 1-3. That advances Yamazaki over to third. And that is going to bring up the 3-hole hitter, Hideo Asamura. Asamura last night had some struggles at the plate. He struck out 3 times. He also walked and scored a run and grounded out to the shortstop. But he was definitely, his first 3 times up at the plate, was not in tune with the pitchers that he faced. So here comes the first pitch to Asamura. It's a fastball swung on and missed. And the count is 0-1. He ended up on the season batting .269 this year. He had 18 homers to go with 67 runs batted in. His offensive production was down from the year before. So here comes the 0-1 pitch to Asamura. It's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Asamura batting from the right side. The infield is in on the right side of the infield. The shortstop Hechavarria is about halfway. The third baseman Fujioka is even with the bag. And there is a pitch that's swung on. It's slowly grounded to Hechavarria. He fields it. He checks the runner back to third. And Asamura is going to be retired. It goes as a ground out 6-3, so he's unable to score the runner, and that's going to leave it all up to Hiroki Shimauchi. Shimauchi last night had a fantastic night at the plate. He was 2 for 4. He also walked, he scored a run, and he knocked in 3, so he was a part of all 4 of the runs produced by the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. Shimauchi bats from the left side, left-hander against the left-hander. And the pitch from Ojima is delivered. It's a breaking ball that misses down in the way, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Ojima holds the ball at the belt, and he's ready to go back to work. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. And the count now goes even to 1-1 to Shimauchi. Shimauchi had a very productive season this year. He had 21 homers. He was the number 1 run batted in producer for the Golden Eagles. He had 96, batted .257 on the season. There's a fastball that misses inside. The count is now 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Ojima gets the sign from his catcher, Kato. He's ready to go back to work, and he delivers a breaking ball that just misses off the outside corner, and the count now goes to 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Waiting his turn on deck is the designated hitter tonight, Ginji Akamani. So Shimauchi digs himself in. He's ready to go again, and now he asks for time. And it's granted. He steps out, gets a couple of practice swings, and the pitcher, Ojima, is ready to go back to work. 3 balls and 1 strike to Shimauchi. Ojima holds at the belt. He kicks and he delivers, and there is a fastball that misses down and in. And Shimauchi has drawn himself a 2-out walk. And that's going to put runners at the corners, and that's going to bring up Ginji Akamani to the plate. Akamani tonight getting the start as the designated hitter. mostly known as Genji. He hit 286 on the season. He had no homers and 3 RBIs. He only had 91 at-bats. Only appeared in 34 games for the Golden Eagles. He's a left-handed stick, and the first pitch is a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is 1-0. He's an NPB veteran, and he's been with the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles since 2010. This is 12th year at the NPB level. Comes the pitch from Ojima. It's a fastball swung on. This is lifted into a right field. And moving over is the right fielder, Yamaguchi. He's going to make the catch on the run. That is going to retire Genji for the 3rd out of the inning. So for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles, in their half of the first inning, they had no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and 2 runners left aboard. We are through a half inning. It is the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles, nothing. The Chiba Lotte Marines coming to bat. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call of the bottom of the first inning. We're glad you could be here with us. Hold tight, everybody.
Hello, friends. Steve coming back at you, a clean-shaven Steve. Thank you for watching The Last Reps Baseball. And please continue to support my channel among others, like Another Hollis Build. Awesome commercial. And now I'll show you a few more things that we do have. We have toys, like this bobblehead Star Wars on wheels. We have Noids. We can't keep avoiding them forever. We do have Legos. Love my Legos. We have Origami Folder. Check him out. He's new into this, getting started, has good following already. We have Red Beard Breaks. And we also have these things that, in a pinch, will tell you what your temperature is. So, if you like all of this, and if you like Last Reps Baseball, join all of us. We'd love to have you. And I know you would enjoy us. Thank you, peace, good night, and cheers.
Thanks again, Steve. We are moving to the bottom of the first inning, and it is going to be the Chiba Lotte Marines coming to bat. It's going to be Takashi Ojino, Leonis Martin, and Shogo Nakamura to get things going for the Marines. And they'll be going to be facing the right-hander, and that is going to be Norimoto Takahiro. Takahiro is taking the mound, trying to get the Golden Eagles a win tonight. They obviously lost last night in Game 1. It was a walk-off knock by the Chiba Lotte Marines to win the game. And so they are going to be in a must-win situation, turning to the right-hander to do the job. Ojino steps up to the plate, and the first pitch delivered as a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Ojino last night went 1 for 4. He had a single and scored a run, and he a couple of flyouts, 3 other flyouts his other time's up, and he swings at a fastball, and he lifts it into right field. Moving over underneath it is the right fielder Okajima, and he makes the catch. And that is going to retire Ojino for the first out here at the bottom of the first inning. So 1 up and 1 away, and that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Leonis Martin. For Leonis Martin last night, he was 0 for 2. He struck out a couple of times, and he walked twice. He also scored a run. On the season, Martin hit .233. He had 27 homers to go with 75 runs batted in. And here's the first pitch from the right-hander Kishi. And that pitch is taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Kishi ready to go back to work. And there's a fastball swung on. This ball is hammered down the right field line. It's into the corner. It's off the wall. It's fielded by Okajima. Digging for 2 is Martin. Here comes the throw, and he is going to be safe at second base. And I would have to say, as I watched the play over there as Martin went, he wasn't running hard around first base. He made that play way more difficult than what it should have been. I've had a chance to watch quite a few of the Marine games earlier this year, and Leonis Martin has had some really good base running exploits. He came hard out of the box, and as soon as he rounded first base, he took his foot off the gas pedal, and then he had to storm into second base, and he had to slide around to avoid the tag. He did reach safely, but not without some base running adventures on his way to second base. If he wouldn't have taken his foot off the gas, he would have been there much easier than what it was. But he is aboard with a one-out double, and that's going to bring up Shogo Nakamura. So right-hander against the right-hander, Kishi ready to go back to work, and the first pitch to Nakamura is a fastball that misses inside. The count is 1-0. Last night, Nakamura was very productive. He was 3 for 4 at the plate. He scored a run and also stole a base. All of his hits were singles. The captain of the Marines was the leader with the bat last night, at least in terms of being able to get on base. So Kishi checks the runner Martin at second, and he kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Nakamura. Kishi holds the ball at the belt. He's ready to go to work. He checks the runner at second. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on. This is lifted foul over on the first base side. And the count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nakamura waves the bat. He's ready to go to dig himself back in against Kishi. Kishi ready to go back to work. He checks the runner Martin at second base. He kicks and he delivers. There is a split finger pitch swung on and missed. And Nakamura goes down on strikes for the second out of the inning. And that's going to leave it all up to Brandon Laird. For Brandon Laird last night, he was 1 for 4 on the evening. He had himself a couple of RBIs. He's one of the big producers in the Chiba order, one of the major run producers. He drove in 95 runs this year. He fell 1 homer short of 30 as he belted 29 homers this season. So Laird gets himself dug in. They do have an open base at first base, and the shortstop Edney Hechavarria is waiting on deck. So Kishi checks the runner at second. He kicks and he delivers, and it's a fastball that misses under the hands, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. So 1 ball and no strikes. Laird stands on the right side. He's got a slightly open stance. And here comes the pitch from Kishi. It's a changeup, swung on and missed. And Laird waves through it, and the count is now 1 ball and 1 strike. He was way out in front as Kishi took quite a bit off of that changeup. It's probably about almost a 10-mile-an-hour difference between his fastball and his change piece. So here comes the 1-1 pitch from Kishi. Kishi checks the runner Martin back to second. He kicks and he delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It is lifted just on the other side of third base. Moving underneath it is Moji. He's going to make the catch, and that is going to retire Laird for the 3rd out of the inning. So for Chiba, they strand a runner. There was no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We're through 1 complete. In Chiba, it is the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles, nothing. The Chiba Lotte Marines, nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call at the top of the 2nd inning in just a couple moments. We're glad you could be here with us. Here's our friend Steve again.
Hello, and we'll be right back to Last Straps Baseball after this brief message from me, Steve Rademacher. Thank you all for watching my channel and supporting me. Thank you all for supporting Freddie and Last Straps Baseball. He does an awesome job commentating. And to show you some more stuff that you could see on my channel, we have shiny Pokemon cards. We have Hall of Fame quarterbacks like Brett Favre. We have Bo Jackson playing baseball. That's right. That's his rookie card. Very nice. We even have gold. We have gold. We have wrestlers. That's Rowdy Piper. And yes, we even have Jason Stokes and many ways to destroy him. So now, thank you again. Back to your regular program with your host, Last Reps Baseball.
Welcome back, everybody. Kazuya Ojima is completing his warm-up tosses, and we're ready to get the second inning underway. It's going to be Igoro Moji, Daichi Suzuki, and Ryosuke Tatsumi to face the left-hander. We have a nothing ball game on our hands, and it is the Chiba Lotte Marines who have the series in their favor as they walked off the Rakuten Golden Eagles last night 5-4 in the bottom of the ninth inning. So we're ready to get this one back underway. And we'll be back just a moment after this with the call of the bottom of the second inning. Checked out the top of the second inning, and so here we are back to work. Igoro Moji steps in, and the first pitch to Moji is a breaking ball swung on and foul-tipped right at home plate. The count is 0-1. For Moji last night, he was 0 for 2. He did reach base twice on a couple of walks, but he was stranded both times he did reach base. There's a fastball delivered to Moji. It swung on and fouled away, and the count is now 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. On the season, Moji at 259. He had 14 homers to go with 53 runs batted in. And here comes the pitch from the left-hander Ojima. It's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is now 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Should there be a game 3, we will be back on the air on Monday for the call. Here comes the pitch from Ojima. It is a fastball, and this is swung on and fouled away. And the count remains at 1-2. It was a fairly efficient first inning for Ojima. He threw 15 pitches. We like to think that anytime you can be under 15 pitches in an inning, that's a pretty good inning of work. Here comes the 1-2 to Moji. It's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is 2-2. Ojima's opposite number, Kishi, only threw 11 pitches in his inning of work. So here comes the 2-2 to Moji. It's a fastball swung on and missed. And Moji is retired on strikes for the first out of the innings. So 1 up and 1 away, and that's going to bring up the first baseman, Daichi Suzuki. This lineup is loaded with left-handed hitters. Tatsumi, who is looming on deck, is a switch hitter. One of the few. We don't see a lot of switch hitters in the Japanese lineups, at least homegrown players. There's a first pitch. That's a fastball that misses upstairs to Suzuki for ball 1. Last night, Suzuki was 0 for 4. He was dropped down in the lineup. On the season, he had 277. He had 10 homers and 53 runs batted in. He provides a pretty steady first base for the Golden Eagles. He takes a fastball at the knees for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Suzuki. Ojima ready to go back to work, and he delivers a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is now 2-1. Ojima wastes no time in his delivery here with nobody on base, ready to go back to work. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on and missed, and the count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ojima kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses outside, and you can tell the pitcher wasn't very happy with that. He thought that that was strike 3. The home plate umpire did not agree, and we've now loaded the count at 3-2. So here we are back to work. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball. This is swung on. This ball is hammered into the right field corner. Suzuki is rounding first. He's heading to 2. Up with the ball is the right fielder, Yamaguchi. He fires it in. But reaching safely with a 1-out double is Daichi Suzuki. And he is aboard here with one away in the top of the second inning, and that's going to bring up the center fielder, Ryosuke Tatsumi. For Tatsumi last night, he was 0 for 3. He did reach base on a walk, but unfortunately was erased in a double play as it was a bunted pop-up that was fielded by the pitcher who took it himself and was made it an unassisted double play. Went back over to second base and tagged the bag himself without having to make the throw, and there's a fastball delivered to Tatsumi upstairs for ball one, and the count is 1-0. Tatsumi on the season batted .225. He had 10 homers and 32 runs batted in. But he is batting from the left side against the left-hander Ojima tonight. And there is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. This lineup is absolutely loaded with left-handed hitters. And here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Ojima gets the sign from his catcher, Kato. He's ready to go back to work. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now runs even at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ojima wastes no time. Even when there's runners on base, he works quickly. He holds the belt. He kicks and delivers, and there is a breaking ball swung on and missed. And Tatsumi is going to be retired for the second out of the inning. That's the second strikeout of the inning for Ojima. And that is going to leave it up to the catcher, Jinjiro Shimatani. Last night, Shimatani did not get the start. He came on as the backup to Oda. And he had 1 at bat or 1 plate appearance, and he walked in his only plate appearance. He joined the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles mid-season from the Yomiuri Giants. And the first pitch is a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-0. He began his career back in 2006 with the Saitama Cebu Lions, and he played there until 2018, and he was with the Yomiuri Giants for the last 3 seasons, only as a part-time player. And there is time with the Golden Eagles, 19. He had 3 homers and 8 runs batted in. On the season, he had 4 homers and 15 RBIs. He's not known for his offense, never really has been, as he's a career .213 hitter. There's a breaking ball down the dirt, and the count is now 2-1. As we said, he's only a career .213 hitter. He did have his 1,000th hit of his career this season, as he did it in a Golden Eagles uniform. He doesn't have a lot of extra base pop. Of those 1,000 hits, 174 of them were for extra bases. So here comes the 2-1 pitch. Ojima kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count is now 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Ojima gets the sign from his catcher, Kato. He's ready to go back to work. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on. This is driven into right field. Ball's going to get down. It's fielded by the right fielder. Here comes the throw to the plate. It is in time, and he's going to nail the base runner, Daichi Suzuki, at the plate. I think they may want to go have a look at this one. And they certainly are going to do that before. But Yamaguchi makes a great play. He comes up throwing. Now, the ball was to the first base side of home plate. They often like to teach the outfielders to throw to the third base side of home plate. If you're going to miss on that side, because at least you're into the runner. The catcher, Kato, had to go to the first base side. He got the ball. He dove back toward the plate to apply the tag. And the home plate umpire has ruled him out, but we are going to have this one under review. We're going to take a look at it ourselves. And we're going to see if the runner was able to get in. And I think this is going to be overturned. I really do. I think that this is going to be reversed. The runner, Suzuki, went head first into the plate. It did look like he got his hand in before the glove was applied. The glove tag was applied, but we're going to find out in just a couple of moments. This is, of course, one of the two reviews, but as we look at it again, I'm almost more than 100% confident that run is going to score. Suzuki was pleading his case, but the umpire has ruled him out. So we're going to see what the result of that is, but right now we're waiting on it. As Jinjiro Sumitani looks like he's picked himself up an RBI after they reverse this call. We're getting the angle again. The angle we get is the first base angle, or at least the first base side. And here come the umpires. The umpires have overturned their call. It is going to be safe. That is going to be a base hit for Jinjiro Sumitani, and he is going to collect himself an RBI. Suzuki scores the run, and the Golden Eagles have opened up the scoring here in the top of the second inning. So Sumitani gets himself an RBI. It's going to go down as a single. And the score is now 1-0. And on the throw, Sumitani goes to second base. That's going to bring up the top of the order, Tsuyoshi Yamazaki. Yamazaki today is 1 for 1. He doubled his first time up, and the first pitch to him is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is no balls and 1 strike. So the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles have opened up the scoring here. And they're half of the second inning. So Ojima ready to go back to work. He holds at the belt. He kicks and he delivers, and it's a breaking ball down. It's blocked by the catcher, Kato. It squirts away from him, but he is able to keep the base runner at second base, and the count is now 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. So Jima ready to go back to work. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's a fastball swung on. It's grounded through the 6 hole into left field. It gets by the outstretched arms of Hechavarria. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's cut off, and it's fired home, and it's not in time. And that is going to be another run as Jinjiro has scored from a second base. It is a base hit, a single for Yamazaki. He picks himself up an RBI, and the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles, bottom part of the batting order, is getting it done. And they are now up 2-0 on the Chiba Lotte Marines. And now we've got a visit out to the mound. So we'll take a moment to recap this a little bit. It was a ball that was hit through the 6 hole. It was a good decision. He cut it off, and they threw to the plate. And the throw to the plate was not in time. And it was a well-executed relay. Not exactly the most fleet-of-foot runner is the veteran catcher, Sumitani. But he scores the run, and Yamazaki is going to be held up at first base, and that's going to bring up Takeru Okajima to the plate. Okajima tonight is 0 for 1. He grounded back to the pitcher his first time up, and he takes a fastball for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So we're here on the top of the second inning, and the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles have 2 runs on the board. So here comes the 0-1 pitch. It is a fastball swung on. It's tapped over to second. It's fielded by Nakamura. He throws to first, and that is going to retire Okajima on a ground out, 4-3 for out number 2. But the damage has been done for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. They had 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors and 1 runner left on base. We're through 1.5. It is the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 2, the Chiba Lotte Marines nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple of moments with the call at the bottom of the second inning. Glad you could pop in to listen. Hold tight. Here's our friend Matt.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole. Yeah.
Thanks again to Matt Hollis. Be sure to check out his channel after the game. That's another Hollis build. We'll be back in a moment with the call at the bottom of the second inning after this. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom of the second inning. It's going to be Edney Hechavarria, Koki Yamaguchi, and Hiromi Oka to come to bat for the Chiba Lotte Marines. They had no runs and 1 hit in the first inning. And now we've got the 5, 6, and 7 hitters to get things going. Last night, Hechavarria was the star, as he did not start the ball game. He came in as a defensive replacement, but in the bottom of the 8th inning, with the Marines trailing 4-3, he hit a solo shot to tie the game. So here comes the first pitch from Kishi. It is a fastball that misses outside, and the count is 1-0. Hechavarria is not exactly the most potent hitter or power hitter in the Chiba lineup. And there is a fastball that misses down, and the count is now 2-0. Hechavarria began his professional career in the Toronto Blue Jays organization. And he had bounced around in North America a little bit, and there's a fastball swung on, and it is going to reach the seats over on the first base side. Hechavarria was known for his glove, not always known for his bat. Hechavarria definitely came up big last night. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball. It's swung on. It's grounded up the middle, and Hechavarria is going to continue his hot streak as he's got himself a base hit single into center field. And he's on board with a leadoff single here in the bottom of the second inning. So Hechavarria is aboard. He had bounced around a little bit at the big league level. Cuban-born player had last played in the major leagues with the Atlanta Braves. So that's going to bring up the right fielder, Koki Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi batting from the right side against the right-hander Kishi. And here's the first pitch. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into left center field. The ball is going to get down. Hechavarria digging hard around second base. He's going to make it into third easily. And just like that, the Chiba Lotte Marines have something brewing here in their half of the second inning as they've got runners on the corners and nobody out. So Yamaguchi, the right fielder with the base knock, that's his second hit of the series. He was 1 for 3 last night. That's going to bring up the center fielder, Hiromi Oka. Oka last night went 0 for 3. He did reach base once as he was hit by a pitch, and he scored the winning run in the bottom of the 9th inning. So Oka stands in on the right side, right-hander against the right-hander. And Kishi kicks and delivers. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. On the season, Oka hit .242. He had 6 homers and 18 runs batted in. He'll be a tough one to double up. He had 11 stolen bases on the season. He runs fairly well. He's not something we would call a blazer, but he does run fairly well. So here comes the 0-1 pitch. Kishi kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that misses off the outside corner, and the count evens up at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Kishi holds the ball at the belt. Gets the sign from his catcher Sumitari, and there is a fastball swung on and missed. And the count is now 1-2 to Oka. Yamaguchi, who's at first base, is not really a threat to run. He didn't steal any bases at all this year. But if there was a time to put him in motion, this might be one of those times to stay out of the double play. And here comes the pitch. It is fastball swung on. It is grounded to second, over to short, who's for 1, back over to first. And that is going to be a double play. So Oka grounds into the 4-6-3 double play. But that is going to cash a run in. There's no RBI on that one as Yamaguchi is erased at second. But Hechavarria is cashed in, and they have now cut the lead to 2-1. That is going to leave it up to the third baseman, Yudai Fujioka. So Fujioka will be coming up to bat. Fujioka last night was 1 for 3. We just have ourselves a little difficulty here. Last night, Fujioka was 1 for 3 at the plate. He got himself a double. He also had a sacrifice, which helped set up the winning run. And the first pitch from Kishi is a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. So it's been the bottom part of the batting order is doing the job tonight for both of these teams, getting the runs going. And there's a changeup that misses inside. The count is 1-1 to Fujioka. Fujioka hit .255 on the season. He's also a light hitter, had 3 homers to go with 37 RBIs. There's a fastball, and he checks his swing on. They appeal down over to third base. Third base umpire said he didn't go. That runs the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. So Kishi ready to go back at it. Here's a fastball. It's delivered. It is swung on. This ball is hit into left center field. The ball is going to get down. Tatsumi picks it up. He fires it back in. And with 2 outs, Fujioka is aboard with a single. That's going to bring up the catcher, Takuma Kato. Kato last night got the start. He was officially 0 for 1. He struck out, and he also had a sacrifice bunt. He eventually was replaced defensively in the game. So he gets the start again tonight. Kishi ready to go to work, and there's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into right field. This ball, if it stays fair, is going to be trouble. Slamming into the wall is Suzuki. Did he make the catch, and did he hang on? That's the question, and it looks like he has hung on. We're going to have to go see. They're going to be looking at him for some attention, and it looks like he's made the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. What a fantastic play, and that's Okajima who makes the catch. Suzuki was running down there to take a look to see if he was all right. But a great play by the right fielder. And that is going to do it here for the Chiba Lotte Marines in their bottom half of the second inning. So they had 1 run on 3 hits. There were no errors and 1 runner left aboard. We're now through 2 complete. It is the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 2, the Chiba Lotte Marines 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with a call at the top of the 3rd inning in just a couple moments. We're glad you could be here with us on the NPB ReWind.
Are you into digital cards? Last Wraps Baseball has you covered as we do daily Top Spun Digital 21 card breaks. This new wave of collecting allows baseball fans to collect digital cards and compete against each other for prizes. Check out our daily breaks and send us a trade to Last Wraps. Be sure to tell your friends.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top of the 3rd inning. It is going to be Hideo Asamura, Hiroki Shimouchi, and Ginji to get things going for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. It is a 2-1 ball game as the Chiba Lotte Marines were able to claw a run back in the bottom of the second. Both teams got all the scoring has been done in the second inning. The Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles scored twice. The RBI single by Jinjiro Sumitani knocked in Daichi Suzuki, and then Sumitani was brought home by a Tsuyoshi Yamazaki single. And in the bottom of the inning, it was a Hiromi Oka who grounded into a double play, accounted for the run for Chiba. And the first pitch delivered to Asamura is a fastball that misses outside for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Ojima ready to go back to work, and there is a fastball that is half swung on, and it is a called strike. It looked like that Asamura had held himself up, and the count is now 1-1. Ojima ready to go back to work. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is 2-1. Ojima with nobody on base does not mess around. Here he comes again. There's a fastball swung on. It is lifted into right center field. Moving over underneath it is the right fielder. That's Yamaguchi. He's going to make the catch, and he's going to put that away for the first out of the inning. I have to say, Hideo Asamura has not looked comfortable at the plate in these 2 games so far. Last night, he was 0 for 4. Struck out his first 3 times to the plate. And he continues the futility tonight as he's now 0 for 6 in the series. So Asamura really struggling here down the stretch. That's going to bring up Hiroki Shimouchi. And the first pitch to him is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. Shimouchi walked his first time up. He's been on base in the series now 4 of the 6 times he's come to the plate. There's a fastball swung on. It is grounded up the middle into center field, and Shimouchi is aboard with a 1-out single here in the 3rd inning. So he continues his torrid pace. Of course, Shimouchi last night had a couple of doubles, knocked in 3 runs. He was involved in all 4 of the Golden Eagles runs. It's going to bring up the designated hitter, Ginji. Ginji getting the start tonight. He is 0 for 1. He flew up to right field his first time up. So left-hander. Ginji waits on the delivery from Ojima, and it's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and that is 1-0. This is Genji's first action of the series. He is the designated hitter tonight, and Ojima flips it over to first base, and diving back in time is Shimouchi. Ojima holds at the belt. He's ready to go back to work. There's a breaking ball that is taken for a called strike, and the count is now 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Ojima ready to go back to work. He holds at the belt. He kicks and he delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on. This is lifted foul down the left field line. It's going to reach the seats down around the 211 section. That's going to run the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to the left-handed hitting Ginji. Ojima fires it over to first base, and diving back in time again is the base runner Shimouchi. Golden Eagles are in a must-win game tonight. They have to win this. There's no extra innings in the climax series. And there is a fastball swung on and missed, and Ginji is going down on strikes for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 away. This is a mini 3-game set. Of course, last night, the Chiba Lotte Marines walked it off with a victory. So a win or a tie for the Marines will end the series against the Golden Eagles tonight. If not, we'll be back at it on Monday for the 3rd game in the set. Basically, the Golden Eagles have to win twice. So Igoro Emoji steps up to the plate. He is 0 for 1 tonight. He's 0 for 3 in the series. Emoji is yet to put a ball in play, and he takes a first pitch fastball for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Emoji last night struck out his first 2 times up, and then he walked his second 2 times. He has been on base a couple of times, but he's also struck out again tonight. So 5 plate appearances and 3 strikeouts and 2 walks. Ojima flips the ball over to first, and diving back in time is the base runner Shimouchi. So Ojima holds at the belt. He's ready to go back to work. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away on the third base side, and the count now is 0-2 to Emoji. You can see sometimes that players, when they come up plate, they're just locked in. Shimouchi, who's the base runner at first, is that guy right now. Very short time in the series. He's got 3 hits and 5 at-bats. Here comes the pitch from Ojima. It's down in the dirt. It's a nice block by the catcher Kato, who keeps it in front, and that holds Shimouchi from advancing. That's going to run the count now to 1 ball and 2 strikes to Moji. We're in the top of the 3rd inning in Chiba. It is a 2-1 ball game for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. They are trailing in the series 1-0, and here's the pitch from Ojima. It's a fastball that has taken for a called 3rd strike. It was really a delayed call by the home plate umpire, and Moji is, you can see, not happy as he's slowly sauntering back to the dugout. But that is going to do it for the Golden Eagles in their half of the 3rd inning. They had no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We are through 2.5. It is the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 2, the Chiba Lotte Marines 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with a call at the bottom of the 3rd inning in just a couple moments. We're glad you could be with us. This is NPB ReWind. Here's our friend Matt.
Well, you got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just 1 roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom half of the third inning. It's going to be the top of the order coming up for the Chiba Lotte Marines, Ogino, Martin, and Nakamura to get things going. And the right-hander Kishi is ready to go back to work. And here comes the first pitch. It is a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. Ogino tonight is 0 for 1. He is 1 for 5 in the series. He flew out to right field to begin the ball game. There is a fastball swung on, and that's lifted foul into the seats down the right field line. And the count is no balls and 2 strikes. There's still a lot of empty seats in the stands. There's a fastball delivered, and it's swung on and fouled away. And the count now is going to remain at 0-2. The leadoff hitter, Ogino. Ready to go back to work is Kishi. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is 1-2. Last night, the attendance was 14,904. So just below the 15,000 mark. And there is a fastball that swung on and tapped foul over on the third base side. One ball and 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter, Gino. So they're running at about half capacity, and there is a fastball that misses inside. The count is 2-2. The listed capacity for the Zozo Marine Stadium is 30,118. The stadium is obviously used for baseball, also used for rugby, and there is a breaking ball that's swung on. It's tap foul over on the third base side, but Goromoji picks it up in foul territory. We're going to do the 2-2 pitch all over again. Yesterday, there were some beautiful views from the stadium back towards downtown Tokyo. You had excellent view of Skytree. There's a fastball swung on it again, fouled away over on the right field line, and this is turning into a marathon at bat. This is going to be the 9th pitch of the at bat as the count is still 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ogino. So Kishi ready to go back to work. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on, and it's grounded foul on the third base side. And the count remains at 2-2. This is going to be the 35th pitch of the ball game for Kishi. And 10 of them have come here in this one at bat to the left fielder Takashi Ogino. And here's the 2-2 pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on and fouled off, this time over on the first base side of home plate. And that's going to keep the count at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch from Kishi. He kicks and delivers. It's a split finger pitch swung on. It's grounded over to first base. Suzuki fields it. He steps on the bag, and that is going to retire Ogino on a ground out to first base for out number 1 here in the bottom of the third inning, but not without a bottle. Sometimes when you have these marathon type at bats, and you really have to make them work, you do see that they take a sting out of the pitcher here, and now he's got to go to work and face the dangerous Leonis Martin. So here comes the first pitch to Martin. He swings and misses. The count is 0-1. Martin tonight got things going in the first inning with a double. He is 1 for 1. He's 1 for 3 in the series. He's also had a couple of walks. So Martin gets himself dug in. We're ready to go back to work. And Kishi kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Kishi ready to go back to work. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on. It's fielded by the second baseman, Asamura. He's moving to his right toward the middle, throws on the run, and that is going to retire Martin. You notice Martin is not running very well. Even on that double that he hit earlier on, you could see that he was moving slowly out of the box. That's going to go down as a ground out, 4-3 for out number 2. And that's going to leave it up to the second baseman, Shogo Nakamura. Nakamura tonight is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. He was 3 for 4 last night. He's 3 for 5 in the series, and he takes a first pitch change up for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Kishi ready to go back to work. He kicks and delivers, and there is a split finger pitch waved at and missed, and the count is now 0-2. Nakamura waiting on the right side from the delivery from Kishi. Kishi delivers. There is a split finger pitch swung on and missed. And Nakamura has gone down for the second time tonight on strikes for out number 3 in the 3rd inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We're now through 3 complete. It is the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 2, the Chiba Lotte Marines 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments. We're going to share with you some of our Hall of Fame memories from our tour of Japan. Here it is. This is Hall of Fame memory number 1. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top of the 4th inning. It's going to be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters in the batting order coming up for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. That means it's going to be Ryosuke Tatsumi and Jinjiro Sumitani. This was the part of the order that got things going for the Golden Eagles in their half of the 2nd inning. Suzuki had a 1-out double. He was brought home on a 2-out single by Sumitani, and then Sumitani scored on a 2-out single by Yamazaki. And 2-1 is where we stand right now. So far in the climax series, Suzuki is 1 for 5 with that double and the run scored. 56 pitches through the first 3 innings for Ojima, and he's ready to go back to work. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on the first pitch. It is lifted into shallow left field. Coming in on it is the left fielder Ojino, and he's going to make the grab, and that is 1 pitch and 1 away here in the 4th inning. That's going to bring up the center fielder Ryosuke Tatsumi. Tatsumi tonight is 0 for 1. He struck out his only time up. And the first pitch to him is a fastball that's taken just above the belt for a ball, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Tatsumi last night, it did reach base on a walk. There's a fastball swung on. It's grounded over to Nakamura at second. He fields it neatly. He flips it over to Laird at first, and that's going to go down as a ground out 4-3 for out number 2 here in the Golden Eagles 4th inning. So 2 pretty quick outs. 3 pitches and 2 are retired, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Jinjiro Tani. We mentioned the last time up, this veteran catcher came over in the middle of the season from the Yomiuri Giants in a trade. And here he is ready to go. And the first pitch to him is a breaking ball at the ankles, and the count is 1-0. He's in the twilight of his career. And there is a fastball swung on. It's rolled softly over to Hechavarria at short. He throws to first. And that is going to do it fairly quickly here for the Golden Eagles in their half of the 4th inning. So they had no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. Through 3.5, it is the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 2, the Chiba Lotte Marines 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call at the bottom of the 4th inning. We're glad you could be here for all the action on this NPB ReWind.
Would you like to support Last Raps Baseball? We would appreciate it if you did. Be sure to check out our eBay page where we have baseball merchandise. We also have stuff from the Japanese League for those who listen from Japan, but we also do other sports like football and basketball as well. Don't forget, visit Last Raps Baseball's eBay store to help support the channel. We'll be glad you did.
Welcome back, everybody. Takayuki Kishi is completing his warm-up tosses, and we're ready to get the 4th inning underway here in just a couple moments. It's going to be Brandon Laird, Andy Hechavarria, and Koki Yamaguchi. That is the heart of the Chiba batting order to come to bat to face the Golden Eagles right-hander. Just a couple of notes. We will be back on again the air tomorrow if there is a Game 3 in the playoffs. And if not, if this game is concluded tonight, we will call the series between the winner of this one and the Oryx Buffaloes beginning on a Wednesday. We look forward to be bringing that to you in its entirety. We will call all of the games in that series live. And so for those listening in, that series starts on Wednesday, Japan time. And it's also going to be a 1 p.m. or 1 a.m. Pacific time start on the west coast of the United States and Canada. And there's a first pitch breaking ball taken for a called strike by Brandon Laird. The count is 0-1. Laird today is 0 for 1. He popped out to the third baseman his first time up. Here's the pitch from Kishi. It is a fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count is 0-2. Laird was 1 for 4 and knocked in a pair of runs last night. And they were a clutch pair of runs early on in the ball game. And so here comes the pitch from Kishi. It's a fastball swung on and fouled straight back, and the count remains at 0-2. So 1 a.m. Pacific time on Wednesday, November the 10th, 4 a.m. Eastern if you're on the East Coast. And there is a fastball swung on, and that's tap foul over on the third base side. And the count remains 0-2 to Laird. So by all means, put that in your calendar. Hopefully you can join us live for the call. So here comes the pitch from Kishi. It's a breaking ball down to the dirt, and Sumitani blocks it easily, and the count now is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Laird. Laird had a pretty solid season this year. He batted .262. He was 1 homer shy of 30 homers, and there is a breaking ball swung on and missed. And Laird is retired on strikes for the first out of the 4th inning. And That is going to bring up the shortstop, the hot-hitting shortstop, Edney Hechavarria. So if Hechavarria is swinging the bat well, then that's going to bode well for the Chiba Lotte Marines. He is 2 for 2 in the series. He singled his first time up and came around and scored a run. He homered last night. So Hechavarria batting from the right side. Digs at the plate, Kishi ready to go to work. He kicks and delivers, and the first pitch is a fastball down and away. And the count is 1-0 to the Cuban shortstop. And here comes the 1-0 pitch, and it is a changeup that drops in low, and the count is now no. Edney Hechavarria had many stops in the big leagues. He spent 5 years at the Miami Marlin organization. And there is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is now 2-1. As we mentioned before, he began his career with the Blue Jays, and he spent 5 years with Miami, a couple of years with the Braves, a couple with Tampa. He was with the Mets, the Pirates, and the Yankees. And here comes the 2-1 pitch. It's a split finger down in the dirt. The count is now 3-1. But for Hechavarria, the bulk of his career was with the Marlins. And here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses down and away, and that's going to be ball 4. So Hechavarria is going to be on base again. He's got himself a 1-out walk here. But just to conclude on Hechavarria, he was a career 253 big league hitter, which is probably a little bit more than some people would have expected. They figured he was all glove and no bat, and that's pretty much true. But 253 is not a bad batting average for his career. All things considered, not much pop. He only had 37 homers in those 9 full seasons in the big leagues. So that's going to bring up Koki Yamaguchi to the plate. Yamaguchi today is 1 for 1. He singled his first time up. On the series, he is 2 for 4. He was eventually erased in a double play. So here we go, ready to go back to the action. Kishi checks his sign from his catcher, Simitani. He holds at the belt. He kicks and delivers, and it's a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count is no balls and 1 strike. Left-hander Ojima is up and throwing in front of the dugout. So here we go back to work. Kishi holds at the belt. He kicks it, delivers. There's a fastball swung on and missed. And the count is now 0-2 to Yamaguchi. So Hechavarria, the runner on first. There's 1 away. Yamaguchi is the hitter. Kishi gets the sign from his catcher, Simitani. He kicks and he delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses outside. And the count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to the right fielder, Yamaguchi. Kishi holds at the belt. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball down in the dirt. And the count is now 2-2. Golden Eagles are in a must-win situation here as they cling to this 2-1 lead. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Yamaguchi. Kishi kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted foul down the right field line. It's going to find its way into the seats. That's going to keep the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Not sure what the attendance for today is yet, but as we mentioned, it was just shy of 15,000 in yesterday's ball game. In a stadium that seats 30,000, basically that's every other seat being allowed to have people there. There's a fastball that misses inside, and the count is now 3-2 to Yamaguchi. It's been the story of the bottom part of the batting orders for both teams. Both the Marines and the Golden Eagles have had their runs produced by the bottom part of the batting order. There is Kishi flipping it over to first base, and diving back in time is the base runner Hechevarria. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kishi checks the runner at first. He comes set at the belt. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is hammered down the left field. It's in the corner. It's off the wall. And Hechevarria is digging around third. He's heading home. Here comes the throw to the plate. He slides, and it is not in time. And we have a RBI double for Koki Yamaguchi, as he is in safely at second base. And we are all tied up, as the Chiba Lotte Marines have evened the score with the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles at 2 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That ball was absolutely scorched. It was hit down into the left field corner. It one-hopped the wall. It was a changeup that was left up by Kishi. And a 3-2 changeup, Yamaguchi absolutely scorched it. It one hop just to the left of the super dry sign. It was fielded neatly by the left fielder Shimauchi. He fired it into Yamazaki. Yamazaki's throw to the plate was not in time. And that now makes the score 2-2, and they've got a runner at second with only 1 away. So here's Kishi back to work. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on and missed by Hiromi Oka, and the count is 0-1. Oka tonight is 0 for 1. He grounded into a double play his first time up. He got the nod again to start in center field. He scored the winning run last night as the Marines walked off the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It is a fastball that misses just below the knees, and the count runs even at 1-1. Officiating sometimes is a suspect in Japan. It's been fairly decent the last couple of nights, although there's been a couple of calls here that the umpire could have gone either way with. There's a breaking ball down in the dirt, and the count is 2-1. But we can't say that he hasn't really been consistent tonight, because he has. So even though the pitch may have looked like a strike to us, and the pitchers may have wanted that pitch, especially that one on the inside corner to the right-hander, he hasn't delivered it all night. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Kishi holds the ball at the belt. He checks the runner Yamaguchi at second. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed. And Oka has now got the count evened at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yudai Fujioka, the third baseman tonight, waits his turn on deck. So Kishi checks the runner Yamaguchi at second. He holds at the belt. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball taken for a called third strike. And Oka is down looking for the first time tonight. That's the second strikeout of the inning for the right-hander for the Golden Eagles. That's going to leave it all up to the third baseman, Yudai Fujioka. Fujioka tonight is 1 for 1. He's 2 for 4 in the series. He began the game last night as the shortstop, and they moved him over to third base when Hechevarria entered the ball game, and they had replaced Isanori Yasuda. But it looks like we're going to get ourselves a pinch hitter for Fujioka. We'll get you that updated in a moment here. So Fujioka's night is going to be done. They've got runners on first and second. And it looks like we've got, not sure what we've got here. They've put Fujioka on. So they've intentionally walked him. And now what we've got is we've got Takuma Kato to the plate. So an intentional walk to Yudai Fujioka puts him at first. So we got runners at first and second. And the first pitch to the catcher Kato is a breaking ball for a ball 1. So you don't have to throw the pitches. You just have to hold up the 4 fingers. So here comes the pitch to Kato. It's a fastball swung on. This is lifted into right field. Moving over underneath it is the right fielder Okajima. He's going to make the catch. And that is going to retire the side. So for the Chiba Lotte Marines in their half of the 4th inning, they had 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors and 2 runners left aboard. We're now through 4 complete innings. It is the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 2, the Chiba Lotte Marines 2. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call at the top of the 5th inning in just a couple minutes. You're listening to the NPB ReWind, brought to you by Last Raps Baseball. We hope you enjoy the broadcast, whether you're listening to us on the call or on the delay. We're glad you could stick it out. Here's our friend Steve again.
Hello, and we'll be right back to Last Raps Baseball after this brief message from me, Steve Rademacher. Thank you all for watching my channel and supporting me. Thank you all for supporting Freddie and Last Raps Baseball. He does an awesome job commentating. And to show you some more stuff that you could see on my channel, we have shiny Pokemon cards. We have Hall of Fame quarterbacks like Brett Favre. We have Bo Jackson playing baseball. That's right. That's his rookie card. Very nice. We even have gold. We have gold. We have wrestlers. That's Rowdy Piper. And yes, we even have Jason Stokes and many ways to destroy him. So now, thank you again. Back to your regular program with your host, Last Raps Baseball.
Once again, we appreciate you, Steve. That's Steve Rademacher, whether it is Money Monday, Takeover Tuesday, the Saturday morning cartoons, or the Sunday shoutouts. Be sure to check out his channel as he's got something for everybody. And we are going to be ready to get back to the live action here, as it is going to be the top of the Golden Eagle batting order, set to face the left-hander Okajima. So, sorry, Ojima. I say that. I keep putting the K in front. Okajima is the outfielder for the Golden Eagles. It's going to be Yamazaki, Okajima, and Asamura to face the left-hander. And the first pitch to Yamazaki is a fastball down, and that is ball 1. Only 5 pitches last inning for the left-hander Ojima. He hardly had to break a sweat. There's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes to Yamazaki. It was pretty much an easy road through the batting order the second time through. There was a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is now 2-1. So Ojima ready to go back to work. There's another fastball delivered. It is swung on. It is lifted into deep left center field. Moving back on the warning track is the left fielder Ojino, and he's going to make the catch. That is going to retire the shortstop Yamazaki on a fly ball to the left fielder. That's the first time they've been able to get him out tonight, as he had 2 hits his other trips. It's going to bring up the right fielder Takira Okajima. Okajima tonight is 0 for 2. He's grounded to the pitcher and grounded to second, but he made a fantastic catch in the right field corner to end the inning. A couple of innings ago, when the catcher Takuma Kato drove a ball into right field, he slammed into the wall. He takes a first pitch fastball for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Ojima ready to go back to work. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed. The count is now 0-2. 5 hits tonight for the Golden Eagles, and there is a fastball swung on. It's grounded over to Brandon Laird. He moves to his right to field it. He flips it to the pitcher covering it first, and Ojima is able to make the play, and that is going to do it. Goes as a ground out, 1-3 for out number 2. It's going to leave it up to Hideto Asamura. For Asamura, he is 0 for 2 tonight. He's grounded to short, and he's flown out to right field. He steps in. He has not had a hit in the series. He is 0 for 6. And here comes the first pitch from Ojima. It's a fastball that misses up and away, and the count is 1-0. As we noted earlier, you can see sometimes the hitters, they are just struggling, and that's what it looks like when we watch Asamura hit. There is a breaking ball swung on. This ball is going to be golfed into left field. It's going to get down for a base hit. So Asamura has a 2-out single, just as we were saying, where he looks very confused. He was able to dig that one out with a 9-iron and put that into left field for a base hit. He literally fell to one knee. It was a good piece of hitting. He really got into his legs, be able to get down and dig that ball out. It was a really tough pitch. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Hiroki Shimouchi. Shimouchi in the series is 3 for 5. He's 1 for 1 tonight, and he's also walked. He's been an on-base machine. He's been on base twice tonight. He also had a walk in the other game, so he's 5 for 7 in the series on base. So takes the first pitch up and away, and the count is 1-0. So 1-0 to Shimouchi. Ojima ready to go back to work again. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball. It's taken on the outside corner for a called strike. And the count is 1-1. So 1 ball. I have to say that last pitch, it was a favorable call by the umpire. So here comes the pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on and lifted foul over on the third base side. And the count is 1-2. Shimouchi will be followed by the designated hitter Ginji. Should he find a way to reach base here in the top of the 5th inning? So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Ojima. It is a fastball swung on and fouled away into the shins of the batter. The count remains at 1-2. Shimouchi wears a shin guard on his right shin, and he needed at that time all of the protection there. He fouled that pitch right off into his lead leg. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ojima ready to go back to work. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball taken for a called third strike. And Shimouchi has been retired for the 3rd out here in the 5th inning. So for the Golden Eagles, there was no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We're through 4.5. It is the Tohoku Golden Eagles, Rakuten Golden Eagles 2, the Chiba Lotte Marines 2. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call. The bottom of the 5th inning. In just a couple moments, we're glad you could be here with us. Stay tuned. Here is our friend Matt.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace! Yeah, man!
Welcome back, everybody. Be sure after the game to go check out Matt Hollis's station. That's another Hollis build on YouTube. He's a supporter of ours, and in return, we like to support Matt. Be sure to check out his channel when you can. We are moving now to the bottom half of the fifth inning. The Chiba Lotte Marines are all knotted up at 2 with the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles, and Yuki Kishi is ready to go back to work. It's going to be the top of the order to get things going, and it's a first pitch delivered to Takashi Ojino, taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. For Ojino tonight, he is 0 for 2. He's flown out to right, and he's grounded to first. There's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into shallow center field. It's going to get down in front of the center fielder, Tatsumi. And Ojino is aboard with a base hit here. His first of the ball game in the fifth inning. He's now 2 for 7 in the series. So he becomes the runner at first, and Leonis Martin now is striding to the plate. A quick peek at the out-of-town scoreboard. We are in the fifth inning in Osaka. It is the Yomiuri Giants 3, the Hanshin Tigers 2. And here we go back to the action. Kishi kicks and delivers. There's a fastball. It's taken upstairs for a ball, and the count is 1-0. Leonis Martin, so far tonight, he is got himself a double, and also he's grounded out. Just hang tight for just a second, everybody. We have a couple of technical difficulties. We'll come back to you in just a moment. We're going to have to take a quick commercial break. Stay with us, everybody. We're glad you are with us. We have a couple of items that we have to work on, but we'll be right back after these with the call of the fifth inning, continued call of the fifth inning.
Hey guys, and thank you, Freddie. Steve coming back at you. That's right, Steve Rademacher. I would like to thank each and every one of you that is tuned into my channel, and today, let's do a little shout out for some other great channels you should be watching. There is WVlogs 18. There's Big D's Sports and Collectibles. You all know another Hollis build. Why not Like Father, Like Son? That's a great duo that does some great stuff. It shows some great cards. And of course, the one and only Bud Stoney, creators of One of Ones, the creator of One of Ones, and they're all signed on the back. Bud Stoney, One of One, like this beautiful Robin Yount that he made for me. He made me another Robin Yount, this time mini, and a Christian Yelich mini. Great cards, and he does more than cards. We have darts of Hulk Hogan and many other things. So give them a look-see and give me another look-see. Subscribers are always welcome, and back to Freddie.
Thanks again, Steve. Welcome back, everybody. We had a couple of technical difficulties here. We've got Leonis Martin batting with 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth inning. And he is striding up to the plate, ready to get things going. So they got runner at first base is the leadoff hitter here in the inning, Takashi Ojino. Leonis Martin batting from the left side, steps up to the plate. Kishi kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Our game is on the ReWind, and we're glad you could be here with us. So 1 ball and no strikes to Leonis Martin. Kishi holds at the belt. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is now 1-1 to Martin. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Leonis Martin tonight is 1 for 2. He doubled in the first inning and grounded to second his last time up. So here we go, ready to go back to work. Martin digging himself in. And flipping it over to first base is Kishi, and diving back in time is the base runner Ojino. Ogino had 11 stolen bases on the season. He can run a little bit. As a whole, the Chiba Lotte Marines had 4 players in last night's game that could steal double-digit bases. And that would hold true for tonight. Nakamura, Ogino, Oka, and Fujioka all had double-digit stolen bases this season. And again, flipping it over to first base is Kishi, and getting back in time is the base runner Ogino. So Kishi holds at the belt. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on. It is lifted foul over on the third base side. The catcher, Sumatani, races back to the backstop, but it's going to reach the seats, and the count is 1-2 to Martin. So 1-2. The crowd is fairly vocal tonight. We're ready to get this one back going again. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. It's a fastball swung on. There goes the runner, and it is a throw down to second. It is not in time. Leonis Martin has been retired on strikes for the first out of the inning, and Ogino is going to pick himself up a stolen base. And it was a bit of a delayed steal on that one there. That was not a straight steal. I had to go back and look at the replay. It wasn't a straight steal, but it wasn't one of the better delayed steals. He took a couple of shuffles, and then he took off and went. So he must have saw something from the catcher. It's a little easier when there's a left-handed batter at the plate to be able to do that, but I think he probably could have got himself one more shuffle. It was too close at second base. So with one away, that steps up the second baseman, Shogo Nakamura. Nakamura tonight is 0 for 2. He's struck out both times up. The first pitch is a fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count is 0-1. So 0-1 to Nakamura. Nakamura stands in. He's ready to face the right-handed slants of Kishi. He holds at the belt, and now he gives the inside move, or the spaghetti move, back to second base. And standing up and easily returning to the bag is Ogino. Nakamura last night was 3 for 4. He's 3 for 6 in the series. He's got a stolen base and scored a run. Kishi checks the runner at second. He kicks and delivers. There is a fastball swung on and lifted into the seats over on the first base side, and the count is 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. The crowd is clapping for their captain as Nakamura stands in, waiting on the 0-2 pitch. Kishi checks the runner, Ogino, back at second. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on. It's fouled away over into the seats just beyond the first base dugout. The count remains at 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Kishi ready to go back to work. He holds at the belt. He checks the runner, Ogino, at second. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on. This is lifted into shallow right field, but it's going to get down, and it's going to be just foul. Just out of the range of the right fielder, Okajima. That's going to keep the count at no balls and 2 strikes. It was a kind of an excuse me swing by Nakamura, but he was able to fight off the pitch to keep it in play. So no balls and 2 strikes. And here comes the 0-2 pitch again to Nakamura. Kishi checks the runner. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on, and it's a jam job. Dribbled foul on the first baseline. And again, the count is going to remain at 0-2. This is turning into quite the battle. It was a really good job of Nakamura to be able to keep his hands inside the baseball to fight it off. He was just able to run it down the first baseline foul. So Kishi holds at the belt. He checks the runner Ogino at second. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-2. So Brandon Laird is waiting his turn on deck. Kishi has touched 91 miles an hour tonight on the gun. He's been sitting in the upper 80s, 89 and 90 miles an hour, pretty consistent. Here comes the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. It's grounded to third. Moji fields it. He checks the runner back to second. He throws to first. And Nakamura has been retired as a ground out, 5-3 for out number 2. That's going to bring up the first baseman, Brandon Laird. It'll be interesting to see what they do with Laird if they put him on. And to be able to face Edney Hechavarria. Hechavarria, of course, has been on a tear in the series. He's been on base twice today. He scored both of the Chiba runs. Brandon Laird in the series is 1 for 6. He's got a couple of RBIs. He drove in the 2 runs in the 3rd inning yesterday on a single that cashed in a pair. So Laird digs in at the plate. Kishi checks the runner. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses low and away. And the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Brandon Laird. Laird batting from the right side, facing the right-hander Kishi. Kishi holds set at the belt. He checks the runner at second. He checks him again. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that misses down and away. And the count is now 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Kishi gets the sign from his catcher, Simitani. He's ready to go back to work. He checks the runner at second. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball to Laird, swung on and fouled away. The count now goes to 2-1. In this situation, I never dislike facing the batter or having the pitchers face the batter. You just got to be smart enough not to give them anything good to hit. You do have an open base. In this situation here, they've got the right-handed hitting shortstop Hechavarria on deck, and there is a changeup swung on and missed, and that is now 2 balls and 2 strikes to the right-handed hitting Laird. Kishi's changeup is more of the old-fashioned pitchfork changeup. He doesn't use a circle change. 3-finger pitchfork right across the 4 seams. It can make it difficult for hitters to pick up because the spin may be that or similar to a 4-seam fastball. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count is 3-2. Brandon Laird started to go toward first base, but realized that that was only ball 3. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Kishi ready to deliver the payoff pitch. Comes the 3-2 pitch to Brandon Laird. Kishi checks the runner. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on. It is lined right to the third baseman, Moji. Laird hit that ball right on the screws, and Moji makes the grab for out number 3 here in the 5th inning. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 Marine left on base. We are through 5 complete innings. It is the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 2, the Chiba Lotte Marines 2. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in a couple minutes with the call at the top of the 6th inning. We're glad you could join us here today. Hold tight, everybody. We'll be right back.
Hello, and we'll be right back to Last Reps Baseball after this brief message from me, Steve Rademacher. Thank you all for watching my channel and supporting me. Thank you all for supporting Freddie in Last Reps Baseball. He does an awesome job commentating. And to show you some more stuff that you could see on my channel, we have shiny Pokemon cards. We have Hall of Fame quarterbacks like Brett Favre. We have Bo Jackson playing baseball. That's right. That's his rookie card. Very nice. We even have gold. We have gold. We have wrestlers. That's Rowdy Piper. And yes, we even have Jason Stokes and many ways to destroy him. So now, thank you again. Back to your regular program with your host, Last Reps Baseball.
Welcome back, everybody. We are cruising to the top of the 6th inning. It's going to be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters coming up for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. That means it's going to be Genji Igorimoji and Daichi Suzuki. And the first pitch delivered to Genji is a breaking ball taken for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. Lefty versus the lefty. Here's the pitch from Ojima. It's a breaking ball that misses down in the way, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Genji. Ojima back to work. He delivers a breaking ball that catches the outside corner, and the count is now 1-2. Ojima really works quickly with nobody on base. I can barely get the marks into my score sheet, and he's ready to go back to work. There is a changeup that misses down and away. And the count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ojima goes back to work. He delivers. There's a fastball that's fouled away. And the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. It remains. Ojima ready to go back to work. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on, and that is going to retire Genji for the 2nd time tonight via the strikeout. As he is away here in the 6th inning for the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up the third baseman, Igorimoji. For Moji, he has struggled in this series. Last night he was 0 for 2. He struck out twice, and he's struck out twice again tonight. He's yet to put a ball in play. He's 0 for 4 in the series. He's got a couple of walks. So here comes the first pitch from Ojima, and it's a breaking ball down in the dirt. The count is 1-0. The thing I've noticed from the Japanese league this year, the Japanese are not afraid to let lefties face lefties. There's a fastball up in the zone, and the count is now 2-0 to Moji. This lineup tonight against the left-handed pitching Ojima is loaded with left-handed bats. So here comes the 2-0 pitch. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on. It is Lifted foul over on the third base side, and it's going to reach the dugout. And it's going to go into the dugout, and it looks like it's going to go down the tunnel. And that's going to make the count 2 balls and 1 strike. The home dugout is on the first base side, Chiba, and the third base side is where the home team or the visitors have their dugouts. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Igor Emoji. And here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on. It's grounded to second. It's fielded by the second baseman Nakamura. He throws to first, and that is going to retire Emoji on a ground out. 4-3 for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 away, and that is going to bring up the first baseman, Daichi Suzuki. Suzuki is 1 for 2 today. He doubled and scored a run back in the second inning. He flew out to left his last time up. He is 1 for 6 in the series. So here comes the first pitch from Ojima, and it's a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Ojima ready to go back to work. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball missing down, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Ready to go back to work as Ojima. There's a breaking ball delivered, and it's taken for a called strike, and the count is 1-2. If you folks are looking at our YouTube page, be sure to go over to our community channel. In our community channel, we are putting polls up every day, and we also have tidbit information. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on. It's grounded to the right side. It's going to get through the 4-hole into right field, just past the outstretched arms of Nakamura. Daichi Suzuki is aboard for the second time today with a base hit single. That is going to bring up the center fielder, Ryosuke Tatsumi. Tatsumi today is 0 for 2. He has struck out and grounded to second. So Daichi Suzuki aboard with a 2-out single. And Tatsumi is striding to the plate, looking to keep the inning alive. He is 0 for 5 in the series. He was the leadoff hitter early in the season for the Golden Eagles. He hit a home run to lead off the season. And here's a fastball that misses outside, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes to Tatsumi. So Ojima checks the runner at first. He holds at the belt. He kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on and tap foul over on the first base side. And the count is 1 ball and 1 strike to Tatsumi. Tatsumi, another left-handed hitter in the lineup. Ojima holds at the belt. He kicks and delivers, and there is a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. The catcher, Jinjiro Sumitani, is waiting his turn on deck. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. And instead, Ojima flips it over to first base. It's a token toss back to the bag. And getting back standing up is Daichi Suzuki. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tatsumi Waiting on the pitch from the lefty Ojima, and there's a fastball. It's swung on. It's lifted into shallow right field. Coming in hard is the right fielder Yamaguchi. He's going to make the catch. And that is going to do it for out number 3 here in the top of the 6th inning. So for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We're moving to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles to the Chiba Lotte Marines 2. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call of the bottom of the 6th inning in just a couple moments. We're glad you could be here with us. Here's our friend Matt again.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. There is a pitching change for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. They are going back to the bullpen. It is going to be Tomohiro Enraku who is coming in. The right-hander made his appearance last night for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. He was on in relief. This is his second night of work. Raku last night worked an inning. He only faced the minimum 3 batters. He did get himself a double play. He threw 8 pitches in the 5th inning in relief of Norimoto. And he threw 6 strikes to only 2 balls. So this is his second appearance in this series, as he has replaced the starter Kishi. For the starter Kishi, he had himself a decent ball game tonight. He leaves the game in 5 innings pitched, 6 hits, allowed 2 runs, both earned, a couple of walks and 5 Ks. He threw 86 pitches, but he threw 60 of them for strikes. So very, very efficient inning. And this is going to be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the Chiba batting order. It's going to be Edney Hechavarria, Koki Yamaguchi, and Hiromi Oka to get things going for the Marines. So Hechavarria tonight has been on base twice. He is singled and walked. The first pitch is a changeup taken for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. He's scored both of the Chiba runs tonight so far, has Hechavarria. And so here comes the pitch. It is a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count is now 0-2. Hechavarria is 2 for 2 in the series. He's also scored 3 consecutive plate appearances. There's a fastball swung on and missed, and Hechavarria has gone down on strikes for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th, and that's going to bring up the right fielder Koki Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi tonight has had a strong night. He is 2 for 2. He singled in the 2nd. He doubled in the 4th and knocked in the 2nd run of the ball game for the Marines. So he is now 3 for 5 in the series. And the first pitch to Yamaguchi is a fastball swung on. It's tap foul down the 3rd baseline. And the count is 0-1. Yamaguchi on the season only hit .207. He had 9 homers to go with 20 runs batted in. But his bat has been heating up here in the playoffs. And there is a breaking ball that misses down and away. And the count now is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. And Raku goes back to work. There's a fastball. This is swung on. This is driven down the right field line. If it stays fair, it's going to be a home run, and it has stayed fair. It has hugged the pole. An opposite field home run for Yamaguchi as he drives that into the seats. Yamaguchi has his third hit of the ball game, and it is a solo shot here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And that is going to bring the deadlock, and now the Chiba Lotte Marines have a 3-2 lead in the bottom of the 6th inning. So an opposite field line drive that stayed just to the left of the foul pole. It gets a nice round of ovation from the Chiba faithful. And that's going to bring up the center fielder, Hiromi Oka. So Oka takes a first pitch breaking ball away for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. So 1-0 to Oka. Quickly back to work, and Raku delivers again, and it is a fastball taken for a strike, and the count is now 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Oka. Quickly back to work, and Raku delivers again. There's a breaking ball that's swung on and tap foul, and the count is 1-2. Oka tonight is 0 for 2. He's 0 for 5 in the series. He's grounded into a double play and struck out looking his last time up. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's a split finger pitch that is swung on and tap foul over on the third base side. And the count remains at 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Raku again delivers, and it is a fastball that's swung on and fouled away. And Oka, the count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. So here's Raku back to work. He kicks and delivers. There's a split finger pitch swung on and missed. And Oka is gone for the second out of the inning, and the second time tonight via the strikeout. And that's going to leave it all up to Yudai Fujioka. As we get the highlights of that Yamaguchi home run, it stayed to the right of the foul pole, but there's almost like a secondary pole that's there, and it looked like it hit the facing of that just right above the fence line. There's a first pitch fastball swung on and fouled away by Fujioka, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. And Raku delivers. There's a fastball that just misses upstairs, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. And Raku goes back to work. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away. Count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Fujioka batting here with 2 out, and Raku kicks and delivers. Another fastball delivered, and another ball fouled off, this time to the third base side. And the count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Should Fujioka get on, he'll be followed by the catcher, Kato. Here's the pitch from Raku. It's a breaking ball that misses down and in. The count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. The starter, Ojima, and certainly Raku here on in relief, did not waste any time. They get the ball back from the catcher. They're ready to go back to work. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. It is a changeup that misses upstairs. And the count now is 3 balls and 2 strikes to Fujioka. So 3-2, 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and Raku gets the sign from his catcher, Sumitani, and he kicks and delivers, and there is a fastball swung on and fouled away. It's going to keep the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. This is turning into one of those marathon at-bats. This is going to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat to Fujioka. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. It's a fastball swung on. It's grounded to the second baseman, Asamura. He fields it. He flips it over to Suzuki covering first. And that is going to do it for Fujioka. That's a ground out. 4-3 for out number 3. So for the Chiba Lotte Marines in their half of the inning, they had 1 run on 1 hit. It was the homer by Koki Yamaguchi. There were no errors and nobody left on. We're through 6. It is the Chiba Lotte Marines 3, the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 2. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call here of the top of the 7th inning in just a couple minutes. We're glad you're with us. This is Last Rouse Baseball's ReWind of the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles and the Chiba Lotte Marines. Game 2 of the series. We're glad you're with us. Here's our friend, Matt. Be sure to check out his channel after the game.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
Welcome back, everybody. Ojima has just completed his warm-up tosses, and we're ready to go back to work. It is going to be the 9-1-2 hitters in the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagle batting order to face the Chiba lefty. That's going to be Jinjiro Sumatani, the top of the order, Tsuyoshi Yamazaki, and Takeru Okajima. So here comes the first pitch. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep left center field. Moving back onto the warning track is the center fielder, and that is Oka, and he looks up, and this one is gone, and just like that, we are tied again, as Ojima has just served up a home run to Jinjiro Sumatani, and the score is now all knotted up at 3s. That is the second RBI of the ball game for Sumatani tonight. And he has now homered for the first time in the series, and he's 2 for 3 now in the series. And scored a couple of runs, so Sumatani trots around the bases. That ball was absolutely scorched into the power alley in left center field. It hit the wall behind the food court area. And that is going to bring up the top of the order. This is going to bring up Tsuyoshi Yamazaki. Yamazaki tonight is 2 for 3. He's singled, doubled, he's knocked a run in, and he's also flown to left. He takes a first pitch fastball low for ball 1. The count is 1-0. On the series, he is 3 for 8. Here's the pitch from Ojima, and it's taken for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. There is action in the Chiba bullpen. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball. This is swung on and lifted foul down the left field line. The count is 1-2. It is Yuki Kimiyoshi who came in last night. He had what I would call a very erratic inning at the time that he was on the mound. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. It's a breaking ball that misses down in the dirt, and the count now runs to 2-2 to Yamazaki. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just as a reminder, if there is a game 3 in the series, we will call it again. But we will be calling the games beginning Wednesday live during the week. And of course, those will be hosted by the Oryx Buffaloes. And so there's a fastball that misses inside to Yamazaki, and the count is now 3-2. So hopefully you can join us as the Pacific League Finals will be taking place. So here comes the 3-2 pitch. It's a fastball delivered, and Yamazaki fouls it off. It's going to reach the seats on the third base side. The count is going to remain at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So left-hander against the left-hander. Ojima is set, ready to go back to work. That was his 100th pitch of the ball game. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on, and this is again fouled away on the third base side, and the count remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes. The Golden Eagles took their starter Kishi out at 86 pitches tonight, and he was very effective. He threw 60 strikes. So here comes the 3-2 pitch. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is driven down the left field line. It's into the corner, and it's off the wall. It's played very well by the left fielder, Ojino, and he fires it back into the infield, but standing on second base is Tsuyoshi Yamazaki with a double, and there's still nobody out here in the 7th inning. That is going to bring up the right fielder, Takeru Okajima. It's also going to be a conference on the mound as the pitching coach for Chiba is on his way out to talk to his left-hander, Ojima. So that is the 3rd hit of the ball game tonight for Yamazaki. He's now 4 for 9 on the series. That ball was absolutely spanked. It was hit into the left field corner. It was a really good job by the left fielder, Ojino, to play that off the wall. Bounced in fair territory. Then it sliced into foul territory, but he played it off the wall. It bounced back into fair territory. Now that's going to bring up the right fielder, Takeru Okajima, to the plate. And Okajima is already squaring the bunt. He is 0 for 3 this evening. And Ojima does the inside move or the spaghetti move, and that forces the runner back at second. So Okajima, who had a pair of hits last night, squares the bunt, and he gets it down, and this time it rolls foul down the first base line. And so the count is 0-1 to Okajima. I would not say that's a very good bunt. I would think in this situation, with the lead runner at second base, they want to get it down on the third base side. If they could get it down on the third base side, the third baseman is holding his position. Make it a very difficult play. He bunted it right into the first baseman, Brandon Laird. Brandon Laird is about 5 or 6 steps onto the green surface. And there is a fastball. It's squared around to bunt, and he bunts it foul. This is the second time tonight that Okajima has had to be in a bunting situation, and both times he's failed to execute. Not when he bunted the ball, it went straight down and came right back up and hit his bat a second time. So 2 strikes to Okajima. He gets himself dug in at the plate, and Ojima is ready to go back to work on the mound. Lefty versus the lefty. Brandon Laird is now backed up into normal depth with 2 strikes on the hitter. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. It's a fastball that misses way outside, and the count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 to Okajima. He gets himself back in the batter's box, and Ojima is ready to go back to work. He comes set at the belt. He kicks and delivers, and there is a breaking ball swung on, and it's foul tipped at home plate. The home plate umpire said it was tipped, so that's going to send the base runner, Yamazaki, back to second base. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. He kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on. It's tapped over to the second baseman, Nakamura. He fields it. He flips it to first. But that is going to advance the base runner Yamazaki over to third. Goes down as a ground out 4-3 for out number one here. And that is going to bring up Hideto Asamura. As Asamura strides to the plate, the runner at third is Yamazaki. So they're staying with Ojima. So Ojima ready to go back to work. He holds at the belt. Here's the first pitch to Asamura. It's a fastball swung on and missed. And the count is 0-1. For Asamura this evening, he is 1 for 3 at the plate. He singled his last time up. He has flown to right and grounded to short. He is 1 for 7 on the series. He's also got a walk. Ojima holds at the belt. He's ready to go back to work. He kicks and delivers, and it is a breaking ball down, and the count now is 1-1 to Asamura. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Ojima ready to go back to work. He holds at the belt. He kicks and delivers, and there is a breaking ball again down in the dirt. A nice block by the catcher, Kato. Does a good job to keep it in front of him. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. So 2 balls and 1 strike. The runner at third is Yamazaki. There is 1 away here in the top of the 7th inning. Asamura rests the bat on his shoulder. And Ojima steps off the rubber. Ready to go back at it again. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Ojima holds at the belt. He kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on. This is lifted foul down the right field line. It's going to get into the seats, and the count is now 2-2 to Asamura. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ojima gets the sign from his catcher, Kato. He's ready to go back to work. Asamura digs in. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball down in the dirt. And that runs the count to 3-2. Hiroki Shimochi is waiting his turn on deck. The scoreline is 3-3. There is 1 away here in the top of the 7th inning. The runner at third is Yamazaki. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes to the hitter Asamura. Asamura rests the bat on his shoulder, and now he waggles it. He's got his hands just a bit away from his chest. Here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses down, and Asamura is aboard with a 1-out walk, and that's going to put runners on the corners. That's going to bring up Hiroki Shimochi with 1 away here. So Shogo Nakamura comes in to talk to his pitcher. The catcher, Kato steps out in front of the plate and gives the signs for the first and third defense. That is going to bring up the left-handed hitting Hiroki Shimouchi to the plate. Shimouchi tonight is 1 for 2. He's singled, he's walked, and he's struck out looking. On the series, he is 3 for 6. He's got 3 RBIs. He was the big producer of the offense last night for the Golden Eagles. And here comes the pitch from Ojima. It is a breaking ball down. They appeal over to the third base umpire. And up with the right hand he goes as Shimouchi couldn't hold his swing. And the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. So no balls and 1 strike. Ojima holds at the belt. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into shallow left field, coming hard as the left fielder, Ogino. The ball is going to fall in front, and that is going to score another run. And Shimouchi continues his hot hitting with an RBI single here in the 7th inning. And that is going to break the deadlock, and the score is now 4-3 for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. And that is going to do it, it looks like, for Ojima. So we are about to have ourselves a pitching change. And we're going to just give you a couple updates here. So that's going to do it for Ojima tonight. We'll give you his line here in just a moment. So Ojima's worked 6 1/3 innings. He's allowed 10 hits, 4 runs all earned. He's walked 2 and struck out 6. Both of the runners he is responsible for on base, and it is going to be Yuki Kuniyoshi coming into the ball game in relief. He worked in last night's ball game. So we will give you his specs in just a couple of moments. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back after this. We've got ourselves a pitching change. Hold tight. Here's our friend Steve.
Hello, kids. Steve coming at you. It's Steve Rademacher. And if you like interesting stuff, if you like to laugh a little bit, and if you enjoy collecting, this channel's for you. If you like non-sport cards, we have them. You like pseudo-sport cards, we open them. Even if you like entire boxes of completely pointless stuff or other sports, we have everything here. I drop a different video every day, and there's always a theme to it, from No Filter Friday to Saturday morning cartoons, even Sunday shoutouts. Once in a while, we'll get a little froggy and show Money Money Monday, where I showcase a bunch of my currency. We have Legos, we have Star Wars, we have a good time. We even have my brother on Takeover Tuesday. Be there or be square. Back to Freddy.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks again, Steve, for your support. We have a pitching change on our hands here, and so it is going to be the right-hander. This is Yuki Kuniyoshi into the ball game. He worked 2/3 of an innings last night. He allowed no hits, 3 runs, all earned, and 3 walks. He threw 21 pitches in the ball game. 12 of them were balls and only 9 for strikes. He really struggled. But the Chiba Lotte Marines are bringing him back out of the pen to go back to work tonight. They're showing some faith in him. Last night, he was able to get himself a double play. He had a situation where there were runners on first and second, nobody out, and the batter had bunted a ball back to him. He came off the mound, he dove and caught it. The base runner at second base, Ryosuke Tatsumi, didn't know that the ball was caught, and he advanced over to third, and the pitcher, Kuniyoshi, ran all the way to second base to step on the bag and had an unassisted double play. That was the only outs that he had, as he walked 3 batters in that inning. He faced 5 in total. So here we are back to the live action, and the first batter he's going to face is going to be Genji. It's a fastball that misses down and in, and the count is 1-0. So throwing strikes was a problem last night for the right-hander, and it looks like throwing strikes here is also the problem. He threw 21 pitches last night and 12 were balls. So here comes the 1-0 pitch. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. This is lifted into right center field. Coming hard on it is the right fielder, and that is going to be grabbed by, it looks like that is Oka, who has moved over into right field to make the grab. It looks like that Yamaguchi is out of the ballgame. Sometimes we always don't get the replacements until the players come up to bat. But that is a nice running grab by the right fielder Oka, who has taken over that position that was now vacated by Yamaguchi, who was the hero in the last inning. And Fujiwara is gone into center. So that is going to retire Genji for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up the third baseman, Igoro Moji. Moji tonight is 0 for 3, 0 for 5 in the series. He's looking for his first hit. He's been on base a couple of times. He walked twice last night. Here's the first pitch. He swings at a fastball and misses, and the count is 0-1. He said that Hideno Asamura was a player that was struggling to hit at the plate. Well, we could also throw Moji into this mix. Moji has really struggled as well. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on and missed. The pitch was at 95 miles an hour on our gun. So 0-2 to Moji. I would come back with the same heat until he can prove that he can hit it. He wasn't even close. The word I would use is overmatched. So here comes the 0-2 pitch. Kiyoshi holds the ball at the belt. He checks the runner at second. He kicks and delivers. That is a split finger pitch that misses down, and the count is now 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Kuniyoshi ready to go back to work. He holds at the belt. He checks the runner at second. He kicks and delivers. There is a fastball swung on. This is lifted foul down the left field line. It's going to reach the seats down around section 211. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Moji. So Kuniyoshi ready to go back to work. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. He kicks and delivers. That is a breaking ball swung on. It is popped up down the right field line. Moving back on it is the first baseman Laird, and it is in and out of the glove. And it is going to fall for a foul ball. It was a tough play for the first baseman as he was running. He got close to the stands as the ball hit the glove. His glove then hit the netting that surrounds the field. He couldn't come up with the play. That is just going to be a strike to Moji. So 1 ball and 2 strikes on the hitter, and that sometimes makes it tough when you're struggling as a pitcher. You need to get all the cheap outs that you can get. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Igoro Moji. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball that misses outside. And the count is 2-2. So the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles need to make Chiba pay for that. I don't think that would be ruled as an error. That was a very difficult play for Laird as he had to run to his left toward the stands down the right field line. And there is a fastball swung on and missed. And Moji is retired for the 3rd time tonight via the strikeout. And he is the 3rd out of the 7th inning. So they had some damage in the inning. There were 2 runs in the inning. There were 3 hits. There were no errors and 2 runners left aboard. We are through 6.5 innings. It is the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 4, the Chiba Lotte Marines 3. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call at the bottom of the 7th inning. We're glad you're with us. You are listening to Last Raps Baseball's ReWind of the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles and Chiba Lotte Marines. It is Game 2 of the series. We're glad you could be here with us. Here is our friend Matt.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city, San Diego, baby. I take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. We are going to the bottom of the 7th inning, and there is a pitching change for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. This is going to be the 3rd pitcher of the ball game. It is going to be Tomohiro Sakai onto the mound here for the Golden Eagles, and he is going to be taking over for the 3rd. He'll be the 3rd pitcher of the ball game as he takes over from Tomohiro Anraku. And it looks like we're going to have ourselves a pinch hitter as well. And we'll get you all that information in just a moment. It looks like it's going to be Kakanaka. He came in to pinch hit last night. I can always tell it's Kakanaka because of the way that he stands in the batter's box. And so Kakanaka is coming in to hit. He replaces Kato. And so we're ready to get back to work here. Here's the first pitch of the 7th inning from the right-handed pitcher Sakai. It is a fastball that misses up and in, and the count is 1-0. So 1-0 to Kakanaka. He's a left-handed stick, and he's got a very interesting stance. He's really, really wide in the batter's box. And then he basically taps back and then tries to get his stride foot back down. He's got a unique approach at the plate. So the count is quickly 0-2 to Kakanaka. That first pitch that was down, the umpire did call that one a strike. We thought that was down, and Kakanaka wasn't very happy with it. So here's the 0-2 pitch. And Sakai kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on and missed. And Kakanaka is gone for the first out here in the 7th inning. So quick work of Kakanaka, and that is going to bring up the left fielder Takahashi Ogino. Ogino is the leadoff hitter in the ball game tonight. He's 1 for 3 in the ball game. He's got himself a single and a stolen base. He did that his last time up. He is 2 for 7 in the series. So here we go, ready to go back to the action. And the first pitch is a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-0 to Ogino. Ogino had a nice season this year. He hit .296 in the regular season. Does a very good job of setting the table for the Marines. And there's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Sakai holds the ball at the belt. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count is now 2-1 to Ogino. Just as a reminder, we are going to be calling these games, or potentially on the Monday game for game 3 of the series. And then, of course, we're going to do almost every game live of the series that will begin in Oryx, or against the Oryx Buffaloes in Osaka, getting Wednesday. Here comes the pitch. It's a 3-1 count now to Ogino. Takes a fastball for a called strike, and the count is now 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Sakai holds the ball at the belt. He's ready to go back to work. He kicks and he delivers. It is a fastball that is swung on. It's fouled over on the first base side. It's going to reach the seats. It's going to keep the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. We'll do a quick attendance check on tonight's attendance in just a moment. And so here comes the 3-2 pitch. And there is a fastball taken for a called strike at the knees. And Ogino is retired on strikes for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away. And that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Leonis Martin. Last night's attendance, as we mentioned, was 14,904. And tonight's attendance is 14,891. So 13 people less in attendance tonight in Chiba. Still about half capacity. So here comes Leonis Martin, and the first pitch to Martin is a fastball that misses low and away, and the count is 1-0. Martin is 1 for 3 tonight. He doubled in the first inning. He's grounded to second and struck out looking. He is 1 for 5 in the series. So here comes the 1-0 pitch. And that pitch is a breaking ball that bounces up to the plate, and the count is now 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes to Leonis Martin. So holding the ball at the belt and ready to go to work. Sakai kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count is now 3-0. So 3 balls and no strikes. Martin stands at the ready. He's got himself dug in. Here comes the 3-0 pitch. He kicks and delivers to Sakai. It's a fastball swung on and missed. He got the green light to go 3-0. He swings on. He looked like he tried to hit that one all the way to downtown Tokyo with that swing. It's 3 balls and no strikes. Or 1 strike now to Martin. So here comes the 3-1 pitch. Sakai ready to go back to work. He kicks and delivers. There is a fastball swung on. It's grounded foul down the right field line. That's going to bring the count now full to 3-2. As we mentioned earlier, Leonis Martin looks like he's having some struggles running. The ground out in the 3rd inning, it looked like he was laboring getting down the line. Even the double that he hit in the 1st inning, he was struggling getting around the bases. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. It's a fastball swung on, and this is not going to end well for Sakai. That ball is absolutely scorched into the seats, and you're not going to have to worry about Martin getting around the bases. That ball has been delivered about 20 rows back into the seats, and the score now is all knotted up again at 4s on a Leonis Martin home run here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So Martin absolutely turns that one around. We are once again knotted up at 4s. And that's going to bring up the second baseman, Shogo Nakamura. He's getting a lot of high fives at the dugout. He and his fellow Cuban, Edney Hechavarria, giving themselves some low fives and some high fives, but Leonis Martin absolutely turns that one around. Hammers that ball right into the seats. It was a no-doubter. So here's the first pitch to Nakamura. It's a fastball that misses inside, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Shogo Nakamura. Sakai kicks and delivers. There's a fastball at the knees, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. So there's 2 away here in the 7th inning. We're all square again at 4. And here's the pitch from Sakai. It's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 2-1 to Nakamura. Comes the 2-1 pitch. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses low, and the count is now 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike to Nakamura. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is now 3-2. It looked like Nakamura really wasn't set in the batter's box. And Sky kind of quick pitched him, and Nakamura just sort of let the bat fall. He had no intention of swinging it. And now Nakamura asks for time and steps out of the box. Time is granted. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nakamura tonight is 0 for 3. He's struck out twice and grounded out once. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. It's a fastball swung on, and it's grounded foul just past the third base bag, and that is going to keep the count at 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Nakamura. Ready to go back to work again here. It's 22 pitches so far in the inning for Sakai. He's really had to work this evening. So here we go. Here comes the pitch. It is a split finger pitch swung on and missed. And that is going to retire Nakamura for the 3rd time tonight on strikes. But the damage has been done. It is a home run by Leonis Martin. So there's 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors and nobody left the board. We are now through 7 complete innings. It is the Chiba Lotte Marines for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 4. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple minutes with the call of the 8th inning. We're glad you could be with us. Here is another one of our Hall of Fame memories. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top of the 8th inning. It is going to be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters in the Golden Eagle batting order coming up to face the Chiba Lotte Marines. It's going to be Daichi Suzuki, Suki Tatsumi and Jinjiro Sumitani. And we do have ourselves another pitching change. It is going to be Chihaya Sasaki on in relief for the Chiba Lotte Marines. And as a reminder, the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles don't have a lot of time left. If this game ends in a tie, there will not be extra innings. If this game ends in a tie, then the Chiba Lotte Marines will win the series. So they've got 6 outs to break this tie. This is the second time in the series that we are going to see Chihaya Sasaki. He appeared in last night's game. He came on in a relief for an inning of work. In last night's ball game, he pitched 1 inning. He walked 2 batters. He faced 5. He threw 16 pitches. He threw 9 balls and 7 strikes. So he, like his teammate Kinyoshi, had a hard time throwing strikes last night. But he is taking over here on the mound in the 8th inning for the Chiba Lotte Marines. So Daichi Suzuki steps up to the plate tonight. He is 2 for 3. He doubled and scored a run in the second. He flew out to left and he singled his lifetime up. He's 2 for 3 tonight. And the first pitch he swings at and he grounds it over to first base. Brandon Laird is going to come in and field it. He's going to take the play easily himself, and that is going to be 1 up and 1 away. That's going to go down as a ground out to 3 for out number 1. And we are going to have ourselves a pinch hitter. And here is the man who was pretty much the shortstop for most of the season. This is Kobukata that's going to step into the plate. He is going to pinch hit for Tatsumi. So another left-handed batter coming in, and he takes the first pitch fastball for a called strike. So strike 1 to Kobukata. Of course, Yamazaki has been playing shortstop in this series so far. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. It is a fastball swung on. This is lifted into deep left field. Moving over toward the foul line is the left fielder Ogino, and he's going to make the catch. And we have 2 up and 2 away, and that's going to leave it up to the catcher, Jinjiro Sumitani. Sumitani tonight has had himself a heck of a ball game. He singled and knocked a run in the second inning, and he homered his last time up. He is 2 for 3 tonight. In between that, he also grounded out to the shortstop. He's also drew a walk in the series, which was last night, and there's the first pitch fastball taken for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. And here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball from Sasaki, and that misses low, and the count is now 1 ball and 1 strike. We're glad you can make it back in for the rewind, whether you're here live or on delay. This is Last Rouse Baseball's playoff rewind of the NPB game between the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles and the Chiba Lotte Marines. There's a fastball swung on. It's lifted foul down the right field line. It's going to reach the seats, and that is going to be 1 ball and 2 strikes to Sumitani. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Chihaya Sasaki ready to go back to work. And here's a fastball swung on. It is lifted down the right field line. Moving over as the right fielder Oka, and he's going to have room, and he's going to make the grab. And that is going to do it for the Golden Eagles in their half of the 8th inning. There was no runs No hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are now through 7.5. It is the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles and the Chiba Lotte Marines all knotted up at 4. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call at the bottom of the 8th inning. In just a couple moments, we're glad you could stop by with us tonight to listen to the call. Hold tight, everybody. We'll be right back.
Hello, kids. Steve coming at you. It's Steve Rademacher. And if you like interesting stuff, if you like to laugh a little bit, and if you enjoy collecting, this channel's for you. If you like non-sport cards, we have them. You like pseudo-sport cards, we open them. Even if you like entire boxes of completely pointless stuff or other sports, we have everything here. I drop a different video every day, and there's always a theme to it, from No Filter Friday to Saturday morning cartoons, even Sunday shoutouts. Once in a while, we'll get a little froggy and show Money Money Monday, where I showcase a bunch of my currency. We have Legos, we have Star Wars, we have a good time. We even have my brother on Takeover Tuesday. Be there or be square. Back to Freddy.
Thanks again, Steve. We appreciate it. And be sure to check out Steve Rademacher's channel, whether it be Money Money Monday, Takeover Tuesday, the Friday No Filter variety, No Filter Fridays, or the Saturday morning cartoons. He always provides a lot of entertainment. Hang tight, everybody. We have a pitching change coming, and we will be back in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. We do have a pitching change. It is going to be the left-hander Yuki Matsui into relief. This is the second night in a row he has appeared for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. Last night, he was the one who served up the homer in the 8th inning to Edney Hechevarria. Worked one inning, he gave up a hit, a run earned. He struck out 2, but it was the home run that tied the ball game up. He threw 13 pitches last night, 10 strikes, 3 balls. And we're ready to get this one back underway. So Brandon Laird is going to be the batter. It's going to be the heart of the Chiba batting order. It's going to be Laird, Hechevarria, and we are going to have a pinch hitter for Yamaguchi. So here we go. And the first pitch is a breaking ball delivered to Laird, and he misses inside for ball 1. The count is 1-0. For Laird tonight, he's lined out to third. He's popped to third, and he's also struck out on the in-between. He is 0 for 3 tonight. Matsui holds at the belt, and he kicks and delivers. There is a breaking ball swung on and missed. And the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Matsui works from the stretch with nobody on base. He holds at the belt. He kicks and he delivers. There is a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted into shallow left field. Coming in on it is the left fielder Shimauchi. He's going to make the catch, and that is going to retire Laird for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away, and that's going to bring up the shortstop Edney Hechevarria. Hechevarria tonight is 1 for 2. He scored 2 of the 4 Chiba runs. He singled in the second, he walked and scored in the 4th, and he struck out his last time up. So Hechevarria strides to the plate, ready to battle Matsui. This is the rematch of last night where Hechevarria deposited a pitch well into the left field seats. Here comes the first pitch. It is a fastball swung on. It's grounded to short. It's fielded by Yamazaki. He throws to first, and it's not in time. Hechavarria is able to leg it out down the line. An infield hit. We're going to take a look to see if the Golden Eagles are going to go have a look at this one. We're going to have a look at this one to see if it was in time or if it wasn't. He rolled it over. Yamazaki makes the play. He one-hopped it across the diamond. Hechavarria got down the line. Yeah, it's worth a review. I think it's worth a review. But I don't think that the Chiba Lotte Marines think it's worth a review, or the Golden Eagles think it's worth a review. So that is going to bring us a pinch hitter up to bat. So Koki Yamaguchi is done for the day, and this is going to bring up Fujiwara. So Fujiwara steps up to the plate, and he is already squaring to bunt. So an infield single for Hechavarria. And Matsui throws over to first, and getting back in time is the base runner. So Fujiwara is the batter. Hechavarria is the runner at first. Matsui gets the sign from his catcher, Kakanuma. Kakanuma has come into the game to replace Kato, who was pinch hit for by Kakunaka. So here we go. Here comes the first pitch to Fujiwara. Matsui kicks and delivers. It is a fastball. It's bunted foul over on the third base line. And the count is quickly 0-1. It was a great night by Koki Yamaguchi. He reached base all three times. He homered, he singled, and he doubled. He was a triple shy of the cycle. He's knocked in 2 of the 4 Chiba runs. So Matsui holds at the belt. He's ready to go back to work. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that misses off the outside corner. And the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Fujiwara. Sui ready to go back to work. And again, Fujiwara is squaring to bunt. Comes the 1-1 pitch. And he pulls back this time and he swings. It's grounded to second. It's a beautiful play by Asamura. He underhand flips it to the shortstop Yamazaki, who fires over to first. And that is going to be a double play. So Fujiwara grounds into a 4-6-3 double play. And that is going to do it for the Chiba Lotte Marines in their half of the 8th inning. So for the Marines, they had no runs. There was 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're moving to the top of the 9th inning. It is do or die time for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call at the top of the 9th inning. We're glad you could be with us either on the ReWind or listening on the delay. Hold tight, everybody. Here is our friend, Matt Hollis.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's another Hollis build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Once again, Matt, thank you for your support of our channel. And in return, we support Matt Hollis. And we are going to the top of the ninth inning. It is do or die time for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. It is going to be the closer. It's going to be Masuda coming into the game. So we've got ourselves Naoya Masuda coming in. He worked in last night's ball game, and he was able to close it off. And now here he is, ready to come in for the ninth inning of today's ball game. Masuda is taking over here. He is going to be the fourth pitcher used by the Chiba Lotte Marines, and we do have a change at first base. Is going to be Brandon Laird is coming out of the ball game, and it is going to be Miki into play. Ryoki Miki is coming in. So Naoya Masuda on the hill and Miki in for a defensive replacement. So we've got a 4-4 ball game here headed to the top half of the ninth inning. And so last night, Masuda came in. He ended up getting up the win. He went one inning. He had one strikeout. It was a clean inning, no hits, no walks. He faced 3 batters through 8 pitches and threw 6 strikes. So here we go, back to work. And he is going to be facing today the top of the batting order. It's going to be Yamazaki, Okajima, and Asamura. So Yamazaki tonight is a 3 for 4. He's got a couple of doubles, a single. He's driven in a run. Here's the first pitch from Masuda. It's a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. He is 4 for 9 in the series. So Yamazaki is setting the table here for the Golden Eagles. He's going to hope to keep it going here. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count is quickly 0-2. So Masuda has come in throwing strikes. So no balls and 2 strikes. So as a reminder, if this game ends in a tie, or at least if this half inning ends in a tie, it is all over because the Marines hold the tiebreaker. There are no extra innings in this first round of the playoffs, and there is a fastball swung on. It's grounded to second. It's fielded by Shogo Nakamura. He flips it to Miki covering first, and that is going to retire Yamazaki. It goes down as a ground out, 4-3 for out number 1. So 1 up and 1 away, and that's going to bring up the right fielder, Takira Okajima. At least Okajima is scheduled to hit. We'll do a double check on Okajima to make sure he is going to be the hitter. And that's exactly who it is. He struggled tonight at the plate. He is 0 for 4 this evening. Twice he's tried to sacrifice bunt, and neither time to success. He's grounded out twice to the pitcher, and he's grounded out to second twice. He takes a first pitch fastball for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. So the Marines are looking to move on here with a tie or a win tonight. Here comes the pitch. It is a fastball that misses inside. And the count is now 1-1 to Okajima. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Right-hander Masuda ready to go back to work. He kicks and he delivers. It's a fastball swung on, and it is lifted foul over on the third base side. And the count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. The crowd in Chiba, it's what I would call guarded. They're on the edge of their seats, hoping that they can get their closer to close this one out. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. There's a fastball swung on, and this ball is hit through the 4-hole into right field. It's fielded by Oka, and Okajima is aboard with a single. And that's going to bring up the second baseman, Hideto Asamura. So a one-out single for Okajima has given the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles life. They need to string some more together. So Asamura comes to the plate. He is 1 for 3 and a walk tonight. He's grounded to short. He's flown out to right. He's singled and walked. Asamura has struggled in the series. He is 1 for 7 with a couple of walks. So Okajima, the runner at first, establishes his lead. Masuda gets the sign from his catcher. There's a fastball that misses outside. The count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Masuda ready to go back to work. He gets the sign from his catcher, Kakanuma. But Masuda steps off the rubber, and he's going to reset himself and do this all over again. He holds at the belt. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on and missed. And the count is 1-1 to Asamura. The Golden Eagles don't have a lot to work with. There's only 2 outs left in this ball game for them to score a run. Chiba fans are hopeful the home team can bring this one home. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. It's a fastball that misses upstairs. That last pitch was at 93 miles an hour. And the count is now 2 balls and 1 strike to Hideto Asamura. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Masuda gets the sign from his catcher, Kakanuma. He's ready to go back to work, but he steps off the rubber. And getting back to the base is Okajima, and we're going to do this all over again. And here comes the 2-1 pitch. It's a fastball swung on and missed. Again, another fastball at 93 miles an hour, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes to Asamura. I'd like to see what Masuda is going to have for a put-away pitch. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. Masuda holds at the belt, and he steps off the rubber. We're going to do this all over again. Hiroki Shimauchi is waiting on deck. He has been one of the more dangerous hitters in the Golden Eagles lineup in this series. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. Masuda kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It's grounded to second. Over to the shortstop, covering second for 1, back to first, and it's not going to be in time. Asamura hustling down the base, slides headfirst into the bag. So that's going to go down as a fielder's choice. Okajima is erased 4-6 for the second out. Asamura is aboard on a fielder's choice, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, Shimauchi. you got to tip your hat to Hideo Asamura. Really got down the line in a hurry. But he is going to give way for a pinch runner. It is going to be Murray Biashi coming into pinch run. But hats off to Asamura. Good hustle play to keep this game alive. And that's going to give them the hottest hitter. That's going to be Hiroki Shimouchi. Shimouchi is 4 for 7 in the series. He's 2 for 3 and a walk tonight. The first pitch to Shimouchi is a fastball swung on, and he fouls it away. It's going to reach the seats down the left field line, and the count is quickly 0-1. Shimouchi trying to put 2 runs on the board there with one swing of the bat. So no balls and 1 strike. Shimouchi digs himself in. Masuda ready to go to work. He holds at the belt. And he kicks and delivers. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-2. So the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles are down to their last strike of the ball game. And Shimouchi is ready to give Masuda a battle here. This will be the 15th pitch of the inning. If they can close it out, they will go on to play in Osaka starting Wednesday against the Oryx Buffaloes. So here comes the 0-2 pitch. Masuda steps off and he fakes the runner back to first, and Murray Biashi easily gets back to the bag. So here we go, back to the action. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball down in the dirt. Murray Biashi holds his ground. It was a good block by Kakanuma. The catcher, he kept it in front, was able to pounce on it. And the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes to Shimouchi. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Masuda gets the sign from his catcher Kakanuma. He's ready to go back to work. He holds at the belt. He kicks and delivers. Again, it's a split finger pitch down in the dirt. The count now runs to 2-2 on Shimouchi. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. And here comes the pitch. It is a split finger pitch swung on. It is popped up into shallow right field. Coming hard on it is Oka. He's going to make the catch, and the Chiba Lotte Marines have won the first round of the playoffs. And they are going to move on to face the Oryx Buffaloes starting on Wednesday in Osaka to play for the Pacific League Championship. So your final totals in this one is the Tohoku Rakuten Eagles, Golden Eagles, 4 runs, 11 hits, no errors. Chiba Lotte Marines, 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. The final score is 4-4, as this game will end in a tie. And with the win yesterday, 5-4 for Chiba over Tohoku, Rakuten Golden Eagles, they will win the series based on the tiebreaker as there are no extra inning games in this round or in the next round of the series. So stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple of moments to wrap this up. We appreciate you being here with us. Here's our friend Matt, and then we'll come on back and take care of the rest of the details here to close this one out.
Good evening, sports fans. I hope you all have been enjoying the game. This is just another message from another Hollis build. I hope that your team is in the lead, but if not, remember, that's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May. But you know I'm gonna change that tune. When I'm back on top in June. I said that's life. And as funny as it may seem, some people get their kicks stomping on my team, but I don't let it get me down. 'Cause this fine old world, it keeps spinning around. I hope you enjoy the rest of the game, and if it remains the same, remember, that's life. You want your fill? Go check another Hollis build on YouTube. Last Raps Baseball. Let's get back to the game. Let's go! You know that's life. You know it. One love and peace.
All right, everybody. Thanks again for tuning in to listen to our game on the ReWind. This has been the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles and the Chiba Lotte Marines playing to a 4-4 ball game. We'll be on live beginning at 1 in the morning Pacific time on Wednesday, the 10th of November, or 4 a.m. on the Eastern time zone. Hopefully you can join us for that one. It'll be the Chiba Lotte Marines at the Oryx Buffaloes for game 1 of that series. Right to go on to play in the Japan series. So once again, everybody, thanks again for listening to another Last Raps Baseball video production. We hope you all have a great night. Come on back and see us again later. We're going to do this all over again. It'll be on Wednesday. Have a great night, everybody.